All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. We've got some active weather right now in Flagler and northern Volusia County, and we're going to go ahead and start it off with a look at the heavy rain that's coming down right now up in that vicinity. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now until 7:45 this evening up there into Volusia County, southern Flagler County, and just north of Volusia County. Pretty strong, impressive thunderstorm is drifting off towards the south and the east. I'm going to take you there in a second. Let me just kind of share this over to a couple of quick pages. Terry Brown, Emily McKinney, Haley Riggs, Bobby Alexander. Good to have you guys. Thank you for popping on in. Donna Lynn, Joe Marie DeGoria. Long time no see. Good to have you back in here, young lady. Appreciate you popping in and saying hi, by the way. Beth, Amy Lynn. Palm Coast, Amy, you guys are getting hit pretty good up there right now. A lot of wind. Reports of a couple of pea-size hail as well in and around the Bunnell area. Julie Milan, bad thunderstorms for sure. That's a live look in up your way. Tom Barb Drab, Gerardo Lopez, Melanie Melendez, and Diane Cormier have all popped in to say hi tonight. Good to have you guys in here. All right, let's get right to the radar. It is definitely active out there, up there into Volusia County and Flagler County. We'll get right to the radar here and kind of break this down. There's your severe thunderstorm warning. Peyton Pelletieri in the house. Elvira Pena. There we go. Look at those showers and storms right there. Then as a live look in with that big cluster of storms kind of coming together. I'm going to switch it over to the Jacksonville radar. And the reason why I'm doing that is that the Melbourne radar is down, so we're trying to get the best look in. San Giovanni, a lot of light. There is a tremendous amount of lighting and a bit of a hail core now getting ready to pull offshore. It's right over A1A Beverly Beach right there. I'll stop the loop, and you can see that hail core extends now over towards Herndon Drive, back towards South Riverwalk Drive, and right along A1A, right in that area. The rain rate's very, very impressive too, I might add. Anywhere from about 3.5 to about 4.5 inches of rain in that general vicinity. Now, when we take a look at the velocity product here, I'm going to kind of back it out just a little bit. We're in real close to core of the strongest winds now, just about offshore and right about in there. We had some decent wind up to 45 miles an hour getting pinged just a short time ago. So there you go. TJ Wade, Thomas Vargas, Johnny Parker. So that is an impressive looking thunderstorm that is pivoting offshore. The severe thunderstorm warning again in effect for just a little while longer. This looks like a developing water spout far enough offshore in a way that is not going to be something that we will have to worry about. And then another little cluster of storms here just east of Daytona Beach, that as well having pulled on off. So that is some really good news up that way. So there's a kind of a gist. The worst of it is now south of Palm Coast, back towards the Flagler Beach Pier. Beverly Beach getting hit pretty good. Give this another 15, 20 minutes, and that'll be offshore. Carmen, thank you for sharing. Palm Coast, awesome storm. Lori Parent Mott lost some shingles. Yep. Blew my PVC fence. Wow. Yeah, stay away from the windows with this storm. That is a tremendous amount of lightning ongoing within that storm right now. There we go. So there's those two big storms. And here all of a sudden, over the metro, we've got a couple of storms popping up now. Remember, when you're 95, 96 degrees, that smoke and heat, as Donna Lee likes to call it, can produce some rapidly developing thunderstorms. Let's see if there's any hail cores in here. There are none yet. The only active hail core we have is right there north of Ormond Beach and Flagler Beach there. Again, the Melbourne radar is down. That's our radar. And you can see clearly what is going on. Tim Robel, Aaron Craycraft, Mary Richard, Justina Dalton, Palm Coast. Here it was heavy. Yeah, you might get a couple rainbows up there. Justina, Amy List, Monadia Amirali, good to have you. Disney right now is not clear. There's a couple of storms developing. This is so here's it. Let me back this out just a little bit. I want to show you a couple things that are going on. If you look real close, let me just kind of break this down. So there's the breeze. and you got a little bit of an outflow boundary here. And these storms that are coming east, they're going to collide with that outflow boundary. So right about in here, there's going to be a little collision here in the next half hour to 45 minutes. And that will likely produce an uptick in storms right through that area. So that's one of the things they're going to be watching again very, very carefully. So again, to reiterate here, the biggest cluster of storms is right there, coming off of the coast there, Volusia County, and soon to be Flagler County. And then we're going to watch right in here. There may be a little bit of a collision coming up here in just a little bit, along or just east of I-4. And that's going to be an area that we're going to have to watch. You can see the storm starting to come together. A few showers there near Astor. Storms blowing up east of Daytona Beach. Let's see what the camera looks like. That's Palm Coast Belterre Parkway. Let's see if we've got the Daytona cam up. Looks like they took it down on me. Stinkers. There's downtown, a little bit of a haze. There's New Smyrna Beach, St. Pete, Melbourne, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy got you. Jody Schmidt, Teresa Quattariochi. Good evening to you. So yeah, we're tracking some good storms here tonight. There's a big cluster of storms right there that is over in the Palm Coast area. They're getting hit pretty good over towards Flagler Beach. Denise Jones, Lori Loomis. Let's see, Justin. Trinity Prep, huh? Trinity Prep's over there in Seminole County, so I don't know why they'd be going off. Let's see, there's Jacksonville. So that's it. We'll be watching those pretty carefully. There's a couple storms there. There's Sanford getting real close there. Now, these are just now beginning to go. Melbourne doesn't look like Melbourne's going to have an issue here. There's Orlando. There's a Coe. There's some storms now just beginning to pop here south and west of Orlando. Let me see if we have our cam down in the southwest. Let's do this here real quick. Gerardo Lopez, Teresa, huge lighting. Yeah, thankfully that is pulling away from you, though, over in Daytona Beach. There's a World Drive shot. So it's going to start to get dark over there here in just a little bit. So we're going to be watching that. I'm going to grab the bottle of water right here, as it is drink time, so to speak. So there's a couple shots of downtown, a little bit of a haze. Francis, you guys got it pretty good. That warning, though, just south of you. There's the FDOT cam up there over towards Palm Coast Parkway right now. So, again, today's heat, allowing for these quick developing and fast moving storms here. 97 Sanford, 94 in Orlando, and that is leading to this action, this activity. The southwest is going to southwest to northeast. Denise, that's the way the storms are moving. Sally Helmick, Melbourne Beach is good. Kathy Williams, Port Orange for tonight. We're going to watch Port Orange. There's your warning. This one's in effect for about another 5 minutes, but it's just about offshore. There's a few more showers and storms near Pearson that we'll continue to watch. Bobby Meyer, there you go. There's a look now at Sanford. We do have some showers and some storms right there. So we'll keep you posted. A couple showers and storms beginning to blow up. There's Windermere. There's the breeze. So here's what happens. You get a breeze working one way. You get storms coming in the other way. You tend to get a little boom boom, little collision there. Tracy, Lily, William, Chamberlain, and guys, you know my motto: sharing is caring. So there you go. Nilda Rivera, Deb Sullivan is in the house. Deb, hope you're doing well. Always good to have you in here. So you can see a few showers and storms just now beginning to pop up. One of the things I like to do is take a look at the velocity product, and we're going to back it up here. This is kind of cool. Oh yeah, look at that. This is awesome. Here's what I want to show you. What's going on? All right, so over here, there's the breeze, here's the breeze, here's the breeze, here's the breeze. And then in here, see these little pop-up pockets here? Let's get in real close. kind of show you what's going on. You can see right over towards Citrus Ridge. We have ourselves a little thunderstorm that is blowing on up right there. And there it is. So we'll continue to watch that, see what that does here as it moves towards Osceola Parkway and potentially the Disney area. There's the Tampa Bay radar. Do a different vantage point right there. Boom and boom. Nice little burst of wind coming in with that one. And you can see the bins right there. So we've got a lot going on. You got the breeze here. You got the breeze here. And then in here, we're starting to get these storms to develop. And that's why I think that right in here, we're going to get a little bit of a collision, and things are actually going to be on a little bit of an uptick in activity, in action, so to speak, going forward. Mary, Ann, you're welcome. Jen, Angel, good to have you there. Lulu, I'm really hoping for rain. It's so hot, Lulu. Yep. Just poured here in DP says Brad, Jorge, Rosales, good to have you there. So, yep, we'll continue to watch that. So it looks like I don't think we're done yet. Well, with today's activity, I think we're just actually getting started here. There's I-4. There's the Sanford storms. So you have to watch these here going forward. Lisa Michelle, nasty little storm rolled through Port Orange. There could be a few more. I don't think we're done yet. Look at the lightning strikes now beginning to come right back up. So we're going to watch that here going forward. We do have a significant weather advisory now for northern Volusia County with these storms right in there. So that's one thing that we're going to be watching. But those, it's a nasty little cluster of storms there, just now pulling offshore of Flagler Beach. We did have a quick little rotation in here. Let's do something like this. Wow. Yeah, this is the Jacksonville radar. And there's definitely a little water spout beginning to develop just offshore and thankfully east of land. Right in here. Wow. Yeah, that's coming together just east of Flagler Beach. That's a pretty intense storm right there, folks. Let's see what else we got here. It's Jacksonville, Palm Coast Weather Service employee. A little bit of thunderstorm wind damage near Hammock Dunes Bridge just a short time ago. So that's, again, a couple reports of some wind damage up there south of Flagler Beach now as it's moving offshore. Zooming this back out. Here we go. You can see it's interesting that that little outflow produced this little flare up, and then there's the east breeze, and then back here we've got the west breeze, and we know that because when we take a look at the wider perspective here and then loop this, it shows up even better. You got one little thunderstorm in there, but see this little line? That's the west breeze. See this little line? That's the east breeze. So these guys are going to come together here a little bit later on. So there you go. Brittany Estites, how does the weekend look? It looks pretty good. Lowering rain chances and hot. Payal Etap, Mary Richard, Ricardo Galarraza. It is out. No ETA yet. They put out a little note on that there a little while ago. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So we've got some developing storms along I-4. Let's take a look at the RPM rapid precision model. And that looks well underdone. Does not look like it's doing a good job. So let's switch it over to the HRRR. Let me just do one thing in case this does indeed get its act better organized. Here's the HRR, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh model. That actually is a little bit better, but still a little bit too quick, I think, in shutting down. So we will continue. Take a look at the graph model here. That's another one we use. It's by IBM. Let's see what these guys are doing. As we're trying to find one that's going to give us some clues as to right answers. Oh, good question. I didn't see the question. Brittany Stites, Carla Deem, Gerardo. Did you say AC is out? Ooh, that's not good. AC out is not a good situation to be in the next couple of days. So the graph is a little bit late. The HRRR may be the best tool, not that it's the most, I mean, it's got the early placement, but then it's just too quick, I think. You too, Justin. Jojo Marie, video is frozen. Nope, I'm still moving here. It's got to be on your end. Jay from Windermere. JJ. Jay, you got a little thunderstorm there. Just to your south and west. Let's see if it's, let's see, last time I looked at it. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's moving. Moving. One to the south and east of you. Clips you on the south side, and then another cell there to your southwest that could build up your way. We'll watch that. And then a more important note, clearly getting picked up on the radar, you can see the east breeze working west while this is pulling back to the east. So could be a little collision there along 94. Connie Miller, good to have you. The best weather app for the phone. Best weather app. I like for radar. I like Radar Scope. It's not free though, but it's a wonderful app. I do like it. I think it's $9.99. Sahara dust is coming. Yep, I'll go do that right now. Let's do that before things really pick up here along I-4. Let's do the. Let me do the forecast for tomorrow, and then we'll go to do the African dust. How about that? Deal? Good. All right. So there's the look now at 4:30. A couple showers and storms again tomorrow afternoon, and then building back to the east. Denise Jones, Jordan Lopez, Michelle Attardi, Carol Fulford Wood, Lindsay Parks. Lindsay, always a pleasure to have you. Thanks for popping back in. So again, there will be some pockets of over an inch of rain, but the majority will not see that kind of rain. When we take a look at Thursday, there's your little collision in the middle. Same thing on Friday. So for the rocket launch, if you guys were watching me yesterday, you heard me talk about this. 29 in South Daytona from the wind. Thank you. Darlene Mize, Ava Stout, Aberness Cross, Michelle Attardi, Joyce Brown Long is in the house. So Starlink 9, Falcon 9, now a 60% go. 60% go there on that as it continues to be going in the house. All right, let's talk heat tomorrow. Very, very dangerous heat. These are the forecast highs for tomorrow. 98 Sanford, 96 DeLand, 97 Leesburg and Winter Haven. Low to the mid-90s at the beaches. Now, to put this into perspective, sharing is caring. K is correct. The record highs are 99, 101, 98, 99, and 99. So Leesburg does have a chance to get to 98 to tie the record high. Now, let's do the all-time hottest temperature for those very same cities and my forecast high for tomorrow. Look at that. Leesburg within 4 degrees of tying its all-time hottest temperature ever. Donna, good to have you. Teresa. Teresa's freezing? What's that about, T? So that is just an amazing statistic right there, just to kind of put tomorrow's heat into perspective. And then let me do this. All-time hottest temperatures. Let's do a Florida comparison. Orlando, 103. The hottest ever in the state of Florida. Monticello, 109. Lisa Michelle, my sweet dog. So does mine. Dog. J.C. Barber. Zashi's in the house. We need some freezing temperatures. Carmen Luciano. Sia, where you been, girl? Good to have you. It's been a while. I am freezing. I'm not freezing. I'm good. Carolyn Orbizo. Hello from Oviedo. The hottest ever recorded temperature is Death Valley, 134. So there you go, 134. 134 degrees, July the 10th, 1913. Death Valley, 134. Hottest ever recorded temperature in the United States. Danny Watkins. My radar is free and pretty good. I used to have that one, but Radar Scope is a little bit better. But Dan, you're right. It's a good choice. If you can't afford it, JC Parker. I've heard of Purple Lightning. I've heard of Blue Lightning. Yep. Beverly Hart Jones, way too hot for June. Hi, I'm well, and you? Carmen, I'm doing good. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. You stay safe there, young lady, during these COVID strange times. Hope the family's doing well. Sunshine Cortez. Yep, 134. All right, now another thing here. Those of you that are parents and have children and pets, I want to do something here. So here we go. Now, you got the AC on in your car. You got it down to 70 degrees. The outside temperature is 95. You shut the AC off. 10 minutes later, it's 114. Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. 30 minutes later, that back seat of that car and the front seat of the car is 129. We do not ever want to leave children or pets in a car during the summer months here. It's a recipe for disaster, if you know what I mean. So just kind of putting that out there. All right. Let's do the Saharan dust. Somebody was asking about that. It's a good point. And then I'm going to get right back to the radar. Reboot your phone if it's freezing. The phone. Let's see. It always takes time for this to load in. All right, this is real-time data. And in a second, I was wondering, LOL. Gerardo, hey, Tony, when you come. Gerardo, that'd be nice. Brittany Fischetti is in the house. My day is good. It's been busy. But doing good. Thanks for asking. Danny Watkins, Bobby, Sue, Walton, Vaught, and Palm Coast. You did get slammed, but thankfully it's moving offshore. There's one more little last blow coming in now. Sandra Perkins, I'm doing good. Arlene Cologne, good to have you. Teresa, we thought you were. Yeah, I thought she was cold too. Francis, thank you. Alderica Barrera, Lisa Michelle, yes. Do not leave them in the car. Thank you. Public service reminder, correct. We've got one starting this weekend, Lindsay. All right, so this is a look at the present dust in the orange, and there's a little bit over Florida, but the thicker stuff is going to arrive over the next couple of days. So there's a look at a little bit of a dust in the panel. Notice how it kind of builds over central Florida as we get into Thursday and Friday. And then another big surge will start to build our way as we get into the middle of next week again. So, you know, this is sticking and staying for a while there, just FYI, folks. So, and we'll have to watch it because last night we had someone in here down in Puerto Rico was with us and was giving us the update on the dust down there, and it was giving people issues. So that's something that we'll be watching here as we go through the next couple of days. Now, as far as the tropics are indeed concerned, we are not going to die, Daniel. Everything is good. Let's not freak people out there. Mr. Manhattan himself. So we do got a little cluster of storms there in the west. Oh, we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Orange County. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Orange County. That's how quickly these cells are developing now here. Let's go. We get rid of one and we get a new one. So that one's gone. Now this one's now in, and that is for southwestern portions there of Orange County, including the city of Orlando. Let me do one thing here real quick. An 820 cut-in. I think I'm gonna take that. I want to take an 820 cut-in. Yeah, can we get closed captioning from 8 to 9? We'll have the desk get us closed captioning from 8 to 9, and then we'll do a cut-in at 8:20. Holly Bear. House, I want to do a cut-in here at 8:20. That's when we have an available slot from Trev. We got this Orange County warning goes to 8:45, so I want to cut in at 8:20, but we need to get closed captioning. I want to get that for an hour, 8 to 9.
You want 8 to 9 closed captioning?
Please. Yeah, just in case we get more than one warning.
30?
30 seconds, yes.
I may rearrange it to either the beginning or the end of the commercial break. Do you have a preference?
Whatever's easier for you. It don't make a difference to me. The sooner we can get on, the better, though.
See if I can get it on before 8:20 or?
No. 8:20 is good with regards to the break. Yeah, thank you. All right, so yes, I will do that. All right, so we'll do a quick little cut in here for right around 8:20. So we're going to do that. Let's see, yeah. Let's see what kind of a hail core we got here. That's what I'm worried about. Oh, there it is, just starting to develop now. We got another hail core up there too. So that's the big issue for me. When you get this kind of heat and you get these storms going, they go real quick. That's what you got to be really, really careful. Sanford just got smashed. Yep, that's that cell right there. All right, so there's the hail core. It is definitely beginning to expand here. No doubt about that. Save as a new product. So we'll do this, and then we'll do that. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I want to kind of zoom in. So there's Windermere, there's Disney. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good little hail core. Let's see what kind of wind we're dealing with right now. Oh, that's that little cell. Actually, looks like that's a little bit of a downburst right there, right over Citrus Ridge, but it's putting out some really good wind as well. 34, 27 gate to gate, so that's 50, 61 mile an hour winds right there with that thunderstorm. Pam, Carter, Crooks, you're welcome. Shelly, Sturmer, it's thundering bad in Magic Kingdom. Yes, yes it is. Got a good moving northeast here at about 15 miles an hour. That's what we're looking at right here, right now. So that's it's kind of a live look in here as to what we've got. So there it is. There's our hail core. This is going to move right there. There's the wind, which interestingly enough, let's do this. Oh, that's wild. There's a lot going on here, folks. A lot going on. Boom. Let me do something else. Velocity. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty good little hail core. No doubt about that. Alright, so that's it. We got that. We got that. We got a little bit of wind. Got a rain rate. Oof. Well, hello there. 7.25 inches per hour. That's hail contaminated, though. Just so you guys know. So what happens is the beam from the Doppler radar is hitting the ice and making it look like it's incredibly heavy. It's bad in Sanford, says Kara. All right, let's go up to Sanford here, kind of going back and forth. We'll do this. Joey Joe, good to have you. Ooh, hello there. That is a pretty wicked looking thunderstorm. There's Sanford. There we go. All right, so we got two things going on at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and set my hit up here for my cut-in while I'm talking to you guys. All right, so we've got that going on there. Hail tonight in Port Orange. There we go. All right, so we've got, let's do this. Just give me 1 second, folks. I got a hit coming up on WEX, so I need to set up a quick little update for that. Let's see what we got here. Phone is ringing. Let me grab that. When it rains, it pours. Well, no. All right, so let's hang that up. I'm going to put my earpiece in. Get ready for a live cut-in here. While I'm still talking to you guys, that is a pretty nasty looking little thunderstorm there in the Sanford area that is trying to curl around. So you don't like to see that. Yeah, right in there. So we're going to have to watch that. Yeah, right in there. Interesting. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. Angie, penny size hail, yep. Kara Brienne, good to have you. Lisa, good to have you. Hail, yep, we got it. Port Orange. There's a live look in right there. You can see a little curl there, just north of Lake Jessup there, all of a sudden. So we're going to watch that storm as well. Pretty impressive looking, in fact. Sanford, Lake Mary. This storm, in fact, is nudging to the east-northeast. So there it is. So there we go. So that's that. There's the velocity product. Oof. I don't like what I'm seeing there for our friends in Seminole County. And look at how quickly these storms are developing here with this hail core. There is a hail core there with that storm too. I'm in Sanford, says Cara Brienne. Let's go back to that. It's just to the southeast of Sanford. So as we zoom it in, it's going to loop this. There's Sanford. You can kind of see a little bit of an inflow notch. So if there was something that's going to be developing into a tornado, it would be getting ready to cross over the 417 there. There's the velocity product. And this one actually has, it looks like it's getting sheared out. I don't know if I believe that yet. Andrew, off I-4 Seminole County, it's moving east-northeast. This one's moving east-northeast up towards the Midway area. There it is. They just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for that particular thunderstorm. So there we go. They're on the same boat as me. They see the same thing. Yeah, I don't like that at all right there. So, yeah. Guys, we might want to get this set up quicker than sooner rather than later here, just FYI. Let's see. Yeah, looks. I don't want to take any chances on this one. That's a signature that. There's that hail core right over Magnolia Park Trail. Watching that one quickly. Let's see here. Let's see. Melbourne is still down. Yep. MCO. Let's see here. There it is. That's the MCO one. So that's the terminal Doppler velocity. All right. Poppy, you there? Yeah. All right, give me 1 sec, folks. I got to get this thing set up here for this little cut-in. All right, got that. Give me 1 sec. Be right back, folks. I'm gonna leave that on there. That's a pretty good little. Let me go back to hours. Oh yeah, look at that. There it is. It's that little curl right in here. You can kind of see what's going on. Let me get this set up here real quick. Be right there, folks. Give me 1 second. Almost done. Almost done. Let's loop that. See what it do. All right, let's see. So that's still got that little curl feature there on our radar. MCO is starting to pop up a little bit. Don't really have that true red and green signature there. Pretty good little hail core there, right in there. So there we go. Let's see what we got. Hail core there's 1.2 inch diameter hail. So that's going to reach the ground, folks. So that would be where? That's right there over Pine Way, headed towards Cameron Avenue, East Lake Mary Boulevard. That is, again, south of Midway. South of Midway and 46. So there you go. That core is moving off towards the east-northeast, just FYI. So we got 2 thunderstorm warnings. Got a lot of wind. That's what we're dealing with there. Pretty impressive little hail core southwest of Disney. We're watching that as well. I'm setting up, so what I'm doing is I'm talking to you guys and I'm setting up my little head here for Facebook Live, or for live TV, I should say, which is going on here in about 13 minutes, so I'm going to keep tabs on that for everybody. All right, let's do this. All right, so that just got a brand new image, and it looks like that little curl is beginning to break up a little bit. Still there. We still need to watch it. There's a really good little hail core. There's Midway. Man, that's a good hail core. Jeez. Let me give you some numbers. I'm going to stop that loop there while I'm talking to you guys. There's Pine Way. Again, this is generally speaking moving off towards the east-northeast right there. Let's do this. Save that. So there we go. So you got that. There we go. Let's see here. All right, so we've got that one. Then we got this little cluster. Hail cores pulsing up and down. Still got some really good wind with this thunderstorm that's approaching Disney. So there you have that. There you go. So look at that. So these are storms that are rapidly coming together this evening. You can see the other storms that were up north have pulled offshore, so some good news there. That's a big help. But we still have these warnings down here. A little bit of a hail core. A significant rain right there. Oh, Disney's about to get crushed. Wow. Let's do that. So that's your 3.6. So I'm going to jump on the air here in 2 shakes of a lambtail. All right, so this is good news. This is this, which was very impressive looking earlier. It's still there, but it's kind of getting pulled into the storm now. That's kind of what we want to see. It's usually not a good trend. It usually means that whatever that thunderstorm is doing is showing signs of weakening. All right, so let's do this. Back over to the other box. All right, give me 1 sec. I just got a gust of 60 miles an hour at the Sanford Airport. Wow. Yep, I believe it. I believe it. So there we go. A little bit of a hail core here. Ah, you've turned east, have you? Going over the lake. Let's see what we got there. A little bit of a hail core there. All right. There we go. All right, let's see what kind of winds we got in this area. Give me 1 sec, folks. Ooh. Let me see. Not as impressive looking as it was a little while ago. But still, some good wind. Alright, so we got that, Give me 1 second there, folks. Boom. Boom. All right. 4 minutes out, folks. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Poppy, real quick, if it is at all possible, can you grab a DOT along the 417 near Lake Jessup, or look for a cam near World Drive, Disney, somewhere to the south and west? All right, boss. Appreciate you. Let's see. World Cam shot looks good. Cam 15, just FYI. A little little bit of haze downtown. Oof, yeah, that's bouncing around really good. Let's see here. All right, so I think I'm set there. So that's where we had the curl there earlier. Notice, folks, how this is kind of, it's still there. You still have an arc, but it's not as pronounced as it was a little while ago. So that's, we like to see that trend there. And there's the storms here, racing off to the north and the east. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Thank you, sir. All right, folks, I'm going to jump over, do some live TV stuff here. I'll be right back. Get you guys taken care of. I'm not deserting you. Just got to take care of the other stuff. Oh, let's see here. Busy. Yeah. I think I'm just going to get right into the radio so I don't waste any time on talking.
2 minutes.
Thank you. Okay. This is the 30 seconds, right? You said? 90. Minute 10 to be live on TV. Forty-five seconds. Well, I got my Facebook Live thing going still too. Severe storms now developing due to the heat of the afternoon along I-4. Big line of storms near Disney moving on to the northeast there at 15 miles an hour. A little bit of a hail pour now in and around Disney. Good pop wind here in that 35 to 45 mile an hour range. Severe thunderstorm warning number 2 here with a very interesting thunderstorm just south of the airport there in Sanford at 60 mile an hour wind gust. A little bit of a little look there with hail. We'll continue to watch this and keep you posted throughout the course of the evening. Thanks, Nick. All right. Yeah, put you on standby here just in case. Yeah, there's a lot of hail. Yeah. I'm shutting the mic off. I'll leave the IFB on just in case you need to talk to me, Poppy Seed. All right, so that's a look at that. All right, folks, I'm back. Let's see here. We got a couple cams here now that we're playing around with. There's a look at the Disney cam, or pretty close to downtown Disney, I should say. That cam's been jumping around. Winter Park cam's a little bit of haze. FDOT was up in it's I-4 mile marker 58. There's a look at the little haze out there for sure tonight. But so yeah, so that's going to be the shot we'll keep it on. So that's one of the things we're watching right there. All right, let's go back to that radar. A lot to watch here. So we're going to continue to do that. So there's severe thunderstorm number 1. The hail core does appear to be weakening near Disney. That's some good news. Let's get rid of some of these numbers here and kind of play around with this a little bit more, see what we got here. And right in there, some decent wind. So we'll continue to watch that as it continues to develop off towards the north and the east, as it has been doing. Right there, that's a good little push of wind. Right there, get rid of that guy. This, there's the rain rate. Let's redo that there. Kind of keep you guys posted on that. There you go. And then the other thunderstorm. Getting reports of the thunderstorms now setting off a car alarms there in and around Celebration. There we go. Look at those rainfall rates. That's a big time storm right there. All right, so here's the other severe storm that's been kind of holding its own. Let's see here. Let's do this. I want to get this up in here. Let's get that zoomed in. That's the other warning right there. There you go. So that's that. Go ahead and do this. And there we go. So we've got the first warning right there. Decent wind, heavy rain. The hail core has come down. There's the hail core right there. Hail core is kind of falling apart there. That's good. There's the wind. There's the rain. There's our other storm. And this one, there's your warning there. That's until 8:45, another half hour. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. So that's that. Let's put a little tracker on this. So it gives folks a little bit of an ETA. There's the core. It's northeast at about 15, Penachal, Geneva. Get rid of that. There we go. So there's the lightning right there. We got this right there. There we go. There's that cluster right there. There's the little bit of, there's that little, this is the one we were kind of watching there earlier. It's still kind of hanging on our radar. So we'll watch that there. Interesting little cell. Interesting little curvature. Let's just go ahead and do it this way. Just do it like that. There you go. So let's redo that. Sorry, I'm just trying to re-rack everything here for you. You pulled away for just a couple minutes, and then you got to worry about all these showers and storms. Angela, it's good to have you there. Stay safe, says Kay. Kay, appreciate you filling in some of those blanks there. So we got that. We got that. And then we got that. Let's get rid of this guy. So we got this. We got, oh, there's your hail core. It's kind of moving southeast. That's a little weird. Right over the lake. Denise Jones. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate your popping in there. And then we'll give a little hail core. It's kind of bending back there. Oops. Let's do it this way. Now. Boom. There's your hail core. And then we'll loop this. There we go. So we got that covered up. Safety matters. Yes, it does. Safety does matter. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, so we'll let's get rid of that one. All right, so that's that. And then elsewhere, looks like now a couple of showers and storm also popping up near just north and west of Kenansville. You can see this outflow boundary is building west. One of the cool things that you can see on the velocity product are the sea breezes. There's one right there. And then that kind of got interrupted by that explosion of storms. But you can see right in here, that's where the storms are starting to come together. And there's your, so you go back just a little bit there. And there was right in there, there was a little hint there of a couplet. So we'll watch that, kind of see how things go from there. So there's the storm up there, kind of building off to the east, northeast, Farmington, Pennachaw, Geneva. Really good showers and storms there. Close-up shot there's Midway. Hail core is kind of turning off towards the south and the east. Emily West has popped in. Good to have you there, Ems. Kind of live look in there, multitasking tonight. Pretty ominous thunder was outside, but got you. Mike Long, appreciate the report down there in Celebration. Chris Pierce, Ricardo Galarraza. That's a great, exactly. That's what we were saying, Ricardo, before you probably got in. We were talking about that. Yep, excellent. That's why pilots don't want to fly through these thunderstorms. They want to navigate around it. But you can see how that collision is inducing these thunderstorms, especially on a very hot day. Emily West, you're welcome. Kenny Bear, good to have you. Thunder here in Winter Springs. Winter Springs is hearing the action there just to your northeast. There's Oviedo. There's the 417. Yeah, that's just going by to your northeast there. Joey Joe, Eric Wheeler, Brad Horn. University Park is going to get some action here. Oh, there's a brand new warning. So they're filling it in right there. Lockhart, this whole area. Basically what's going to happen here is this is going to become one long line of storms. That's what's going on here. Getting that collision now. It's the collision of storms. That's absolutely right, Emily. Mike Long. Thank you, Tony. Beachside, Daytona. Yep. We mentioned this tonight. It's going to go late, and sure enough, Daytona Beach, look at those cells to your north and your east. Elsewhere, let's see here. Sanford Airport, wind gust to 60 miles an hour. Yep. There we go. So the newest warning is going to go to 9:15. That's the Seminole, Orange County line right there. So it's really filling in, and will continue to fill on in right along Interstate 4. You need me? Okay. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at right there. Now, as far as the hail is concerned, we had some there earlier. Hail seems to be diminishing somewhat. The wind, though, that's still going pretty strong. This is still an interesting little feature in here that I think we need to watch carefully. I really wish the Melbourne radar was up. Ugh. Let's see here. All right, there's what I mean by that. I mean, these suckers are developing quickly. That's what's going on. All right. There we go. All right, Jacqueline Pickles, Joanne Clendinst. Weather radio going off again. Yep. Yeah, it's a good purchase for you there, Emily. No doubt about that. Glad you guys got it. It can be a pain in the neck and annoying sometimes and scare the heebie-jeebies out of you in the middle of your night while you're sleeping. But weather radio save lives. Scottsmore Mims. I I think this has a good chance to get over your way, this northern cell. It's building back that way. But it's interesting to note that the computer models do not appear to have a good handle on that. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So there are the storms. And look, right now there should be strong to severe storms over us. It's a little slow and certainly weaker than what it needs to be right now. So that's the key. Danny Watkins. We don't DOT. We're not using the DOT. We're actually using our sky cams, our network cams. There's a look now at Disney Springs. Here's our Winter Park cam. I'm going to have them reset these here. What time is it? 8:27. Let me see if I can get them to move those around. Seriously? Alright, so it doesn't like that one. Hold on, give me 1 second. I want to see if we can get some of these cams maneuvered. Interesting. Alright, so it's not dialing out for whatever reason. Anyway, so there we go. Let's see here. So that is not a good looking shot. There it is. Clearing up already there. Let's see here. That's what we got right there. Now you see him, and now you Mikey Long. Yeah, well, going back and forth between that radar, just trying to make sure everything is copacetic. Ooh, hit a thunder now. There we go. So there's that's a. Let's take a look at this hail thing. Like that one there. No hail. You gotta be kidding me. That surprises me. Tampa Bay. Retweet Kelly. We got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings right up and down this collision. Now the bottom one, it doesn't look like it's weakening over towards Disney, so that's some good news. Let's take a look now at those winds. That's not as bad. That's good. That's the dual pole correlation coefficient. That's pretty good wind up towards Lockhart and Forest City. So that's what we're looking at right now. 31, 25. So there you go. Let's see what we got there. A little bit of ground clutter there. Let's go back up to here. Alright, and then, so that cell kind of holding on. Look at these rainfall rates here, too. Oh, Geneva, Eva. That's pretty impressive right there. Let's see. Looks like it is going to miss Astor, yes. Hail, penny size, 5 miles south-southeast of Daytona Beach. Yep, and near Nova Road. So that's a look at the rain rate right there. That right there is close to 5 inches per hour. And then Lockhart getting it. Winter Park getting it. Which Oak Ridge are you referring to? Which county? You're referring to Orange County? Talk to me, Teresa Taylor. There's more than one Oak Ridge. Let me know which one you're at. There's Dr. Phillips. Again, really good rainfall rates here. This is going to be working towards Orlando and Daytona Beach. Although, yeah, So if we curl this, and we do a little bit of a bowing going on this one now. 15 miles an hour. Cypress Springs at 9:05. Meg Martin, orange. Yeah, so there's your Oak Ridge right there. I wasn't sure if that's the one you were referring to, but there you go. 8:36 there for Oak Ridge. Meg Martin, there you go. Chris Dogo, huge over Castleberry. You can learn a lot. Thank you, Joanne. There you go, Teresa. Pine Castle getting hit pretty good too at 8. Right now to 8:45. The worst of it's going to be over you. Although this cell does not look as impressive as it did a little while ago, although it is still hanging on. The one thing that was catching our eyes is the collision. You take a look at this little line right here, and you can see boom, boom. It's all going to collide with these storms in here. That should make for some interesting storms. Christina, Duchess, beginning to hear a faint grumble of thunder water for Yep, it's trying to build over that way. It will. It'll get there. Just give it a little bit of time. Ooh, that is a good-looking cell just to the northwest of Winter Park right there. Let's see, Velocity product. Let's see, we got an MC. Oh, hello there, Lockhart. Wow. That is some solid wind right there. It is really booming out there right now. Watch 2 Studios. Is anybody over there?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, the phones aren't dialing out. Can you have them? I don't know why. What's going on with these phones? Can you have the guys in master control have the HD cam pointed up north for me? Trying to get some shots up for our viewers here. Yeah, we got storms like right overhead, and I can't even see them because we've got it pointed in a weird direction. Yeah, towards like Crane's Roost. Oh, there they go. They just did it. There we go. And then the downtown cam, if they can brighten up the downtown cam and get something on that too, that'd be awesome. Thanks, Damon. Appreciate it. That is some very. Look at the lightning and rain right there, folks. That's coming down really good. I see Sarah Palumbo, Mike Long, Alwyn, Vanessa Kilo, Moon. That is, yeah, that's a big time bowling alley tonight for sure. That's a live look in there. And then literally, if you go, ooh, look at that lightning, geez. Then you go down towards World Center. So there we go right there. Aha, nice. Mark Taylor's in the house. We're tracking storms from Atlanta, Georgia. Look at those storms right there. That's looks like pitch black, 8:30. It usually gets dark around 9. Look at the crazy looking lightning right there. While downtown Disney, we're in better shape. New Smyrna Beach, rain is pulled offshore. Kennedy Space Center, where we do have a launch going up tomorrow at 4:34. Weather conditions appear to be pretty good for that, but you can see it's pretty active here tonight, folks. There's the looking at some of the warnings. Mark, sending me something. A lot of lightning, very dangerous. Yes. Marina Acevedo, how long do you think this will last? Well, the storms are moving at 15 miles an hour. So at that pace, depending upon exactly where you live, you know, that's a big hail core right there, folks. Wow. Hold on a second. 2.1, 2. Hang on, I gotta go back to the desk here real quick. Let them know that we're gonna get some hail reports here. Wekiva High School, Fairview Shores, Maitland. Gonna be some nasty. Southwest Orange County. Hang on, be right back. Oh. it's not every day, folks, that we get hailstones to 2 inches plus upstairs, and that is clearly what we're looking at right now. Uh, that's some incredible hail right there. If you are in the Lockhart area, hang on a second. Altamont Springs, let's zoom in real close here. Now, if your car is parked outside and you have a garage and you can get your car in real quick, if you're over at Maitland Summit, Lake Shadow Circle, Riverside, this is coming your way. And 2-inch diameter, that's some of the biggest hail I think I've seen so far this summer. So just west of Eatonville, wow, that is some unbelievable hail right there. That's huge. All right, let me do this. I am going to tweet this out. Hold on one second. Get this to Twitter and Facebook. That is a very nasty looking thunderstorm right there. You're going to see a little white screen. Very large hail. Very large hail inside this tall thunderstorm right now. High chance for large hail to come down to the ground. High chance for hail to come down to the ground in this storm near Lockhart. Let's do this. Let's see here. Post this. Public now. Click on OK. Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody sees what's going on with this thunderstorm. This is that is some very large hail. That's the type of hail that can do damage if it reaches the ground. Look at that. 1.8. Lake Shadow Drive, Maitland Summit Boulevard, Kennedy Boulevard. This is literally just north of West 2 Studios. So that's what we're looking at right now here, just to the west of Maitland. Let me give you a little better perspective, and then I'll zoom in. Altamont Springs, Maitland, 434. That is a tremendously large hail core with this thunderstorm that just blew through Lockhart. It's starting to come down a little bit now, but I tell you what, wow, it's not every day that you see that. That's why I'm trying to give folks as much heads up as possible. Let's see, let's do this. Gonna widen this back out just a little bit. You know, one of the biggest things we look at in damaging thunderstorms is hail. You know, we had a couple of instances a few years ago where hail damaged a bunch of our car dealerships here in Central Florida. I remember what was it? It was a Cadillac dealership, as I recall, along I-4. I-4 at Fairbanks. Let's do I-4 at Fairbanks. Let's see, we got some sky cams here. Yeah, that's let's see, it's kind of dark. There's our downtown shot right there. Mickiola, World Drive is getting better. F-dot cams. Let's see, I-4 at Fairbanks. I-4 at Fairbanks coming up for you. That's not that bad. Let's see if we can. I want to see if we can get close-up shot there. There's the other. So the severe thunderstorm warning that was in southwestern Orange County has been allowed to expire. We still have these other two, and these look like they want to merge together. But again, very large hail core with this thunderstorm right here. So there's I-4. Let's see, I-4. Let's see if I can get another one. So we want to go towards Maitland. Let's see here. I-4 Kirkman, Osceola Parkway. Let's pull it up here. I-4 Princeton, I-4 Lake Mary, I-4 Altamont Springs. Let's see here. E.E. Williamson, Fairbanks, Kennedy Boulevard. Let's do that one. Let's see what that does for us. So, oh, man. Let me stop looping that. That sucker's going now towards Forest City. Wow. 2.1 inch diameter hailstone. That's just ridiculous. All right. Let's do this. Hang on one sec, folks. All right, so that is going to be 441. I-4, 441. Let's see. I-4, 441, 414, Fairbanks, 436. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see. We're just going to come up I-4. I'm trying to get you guys a good. It's dark, though, so I don't know how good this is going to be. But there's I-4 State Route 436. Let's see if that one comes into play. It does not. Let's see if we go back to Kennedy Boulevard here. There we go. There's Kennedy. It's coming down pretty good at Kennedy. Ooh, look at that wicked lightning. Let's see, that one's down. 436, can we get that one? Nope. Alright, so that one's good. How about Lee Road? Lee Road, there's Lee Road, also looking pretty good. So I want to keep an eye on this hail core for our folks there in Seminole County, because that is some very large hail. Stu and Moore booming over here in Altamont. Going to wait a minute before heading back. Stu's on there. Large hail core. Let's see. Oh, dang it. Didn't mean to do that. Stu and Moore, if you're on right now, very large hail core. I'm not sure if you can see that on your phone, but that is that's kind of curling up your way, just west of 17, and you can see 1.7 down from the 2.2 earlier. But man, that's some ridiculous size hail up top. So again, save that. So let's do this. Since Milburn is down, what I'm going to do is we're going to give you a 3D slice of this storm just west of Maitland, right there. Oh, so why do you get hail when it's 95 degrees? It's a great question. It's an awesome question, and I'm so glad you asked it. When you take a look at the top of this thunderstorm here, you're going up to 50,000 feet. There's 50,000 feet. There's 40,000 feet. And the core right there. So the freezing level today, 15,000 feet. You got updrafts and downdrafts in your thunderstorm. So from 15,000 feet to 45,000 feet, you have 30,000 feet. 30,000 feet of sub-freezing temperatures. So you got updrafts and downdrafts, and that ice gets so heavy, it comes down so quickly. You get not only wind, but you get that ice coming down to the surface. So that's kind of like what we've been dealing with here with this particular thunderstorm. So on very hot days like today, that's what tends to happen. So Seminole, Volusia County, these guys are clearly seeing this hail core there, and that's why they've reissued on this severe thunderstorm warning. So there it is, brand new warning on that thunderstorm right there. Very large hail core approaching Maitland and Altamont Springs. Again, this one goes until 9:45. So there you go. Two very large hail cores now. One redeveloping right over the 417 and Lake Jessup. So again, two areas with very distinct hail cores. There is on the northeast side of the lake there a very interesting looking thunderstorm there. Trying to develop maybe a little bit of a couplet there. So we'll watch that. There's the Tampa Bay radar. Again, Melbourne radar's down tonight. So there you have that. Oof. Got some good wind too on the northeast side of that lake. What do we got there? Let's see what kind of wind we got. Just so many different things that goes into this. 47-mile-an-hour wind right there. That's pretty strong. And then with the Altamont Spring one.
I'm not sure.
So there you go. There's the brand new cell right there. Boy, it is coming down. Let's get you some values here. 35, 45. There you go, right there. So hail is the predominant problem here, for sure. That's why we've got these severe thunderstorm warnings. That we got wind and rain. So there's Altamont Springs. Notice the loop is trying to come back right over I-4. Again, West 2 Studios. Right in this area right here. So there's, and that's just north of West 2 Studios right there. Wow, it's 424 right there. There's Lake Drive, Killarney, New England, Minnesota right there. And you can see, oh, that is pretty loud. There it is. Let's see what we got there. Back towards Altamont Springs. Again, so if you're in Eatonville, Altamont Springs, again, this is the biggest thing we're watching. There we go. There you go, right after that. So there's trying to see if there's any new information coming down. Let's see. No new. Boy, that's some large hail. So if you guys have some hail, right there. Wow. Man, that is a incredibly large hail. Look at this. Both of them expanding. So let's do this. I want to back this up. Let's do this. Boom. Alright, so let's do this. There's your 9:15 warning. And that one's really going into the other warned area. That's why they've kind of extended that stay, so to speak. But again, the big concern here, these hail cores are just silly. I mean, they're just like out of control tonight. There it is. Let's save this. Let's do now. Okay, so that's a little bit lower, but still. Kate wanting to know if these storms are ever going to end. You know, they're pretty persistent there, Miss Kate. Let's see, so we 139 live, 147. So, yeah. So if you're in this area right now listening to me, I want to know if you're hearing anything. I mean, you get hail that size, it reaches the ground. If it is, I mean, that's going to damage some roofs. I mean, especially the stuff we had earlier. Now, this is definitely a notch smaller, but still 1.5-inch diameter hailstones upstairs. It's not as bad as 2 1/4, 2 1/2, but still, I got another big hail core. I mean, look at this now. This has been right over Lake Jessup for a while now, just kind of sitting there. So you got to watch that as well. Stuart Moore, I've never seen this much. Stu, yep, see, look, there's Stu talking about the hail. I mean, it's coming down. Stuart, hopefully you got that car underneath the carport there in the garage, because that'll put some dents in the car for sure, my friend. You know that. So I'm sure. Amanda Gold, oh yeah, hell was bad, says Amanda Gold. Amanda, exactly where are you, by the way? Just kind of curious, just kind of get some reference point here. If you're getting hail, tell me from where. Good job, Stewie. We got you covered. stay there till it passes. We can cover there for you. You don't want your car damaged, of course, anybody's car for that matter, but that's some large hail. There's Maitland, there's Eatonville, Lake Shadow Circle, McNorton Road, Stonewood Lane, there's Altamont Springs, Dogwood Track, and then in the second severe thunderstorm warning there, just north of Oviedo, we've had this cluster of storms just kind of hanging out and doing its thing. 434, thank you, Amanda, appreciate that. Hail in Altamont Springs, Carly. Lots of hail in Maitland, says Amanda. Yes, indeed. I am not surprised by that, considering what we've seen. Now, let's take a look at the loop here. And it certainly looks like there's going to be a little merger here. Look at these outflow boundaries. See this collision? See these little lines? Boom, boom, right in there. There may be a redevelopment of storms kind of like right through here, so we're going to have to watch that. Let's do this. Let's lapse this. Hail in Altamont. Hail in RDV. P-size. Yep, good job. Cover the city, Tony. Thomas, yeah, just doing the job here. Trying to keep everyone safe. Let them know what's coming their way. Yeah, but this is the type of hail. Oh, dang. That might be a water spout there. Looks like there might be can't tell with the beam. There might be something going on with the terminal Doppler radar. But my gosh, look at that. There we go. Looks like a bit Elvira, yes, indeed, 100%. Ann Allman, good to have you there. This is why we do these Facebook Lives. I can go all night and not have to worry about time constraints like we do on TV. I would not want to be on Lake Jessup right now. That is a nasty looking storm right over the lake. Ignore that 1 pixel, but this is where there's some decent convergence right over the Lake Jessup area. Longwood, rain, and thunder. This one is just sitting there. It's been sitting there for a while, so it's just going to rain itself out. Is what it looks like. We were just saying there's a little bit of an outflow collision boundary thing going on here. You see how this came here, this is coming there. So you got this big push of wind coming south out of here. Then we had the east breeze coming in. So there's a chance that we can see some storms firing right along there. Smaller size hail now, but a lot more pieces. Yep, Stu, that makes a lot of sense. One of the things we were showing our viewers is so that is coming together. That's merging together. So that's normally a good sign. So let's look at that. Let's pick a point here right along this. Jenna is in the house. Good to have you, Jenna. Yeah, there's some wind. It's running anywhere from 35 to 45, but look at that line. I mean, you take a look at this little. Let me zoom it back out just a little bit. So there's 2 impressive thunderstorms, and you can see the peaks here. That right there, 50,000 feet with hail core number 1. That right there around 45,000 feet. So that's hail core number 2. Core of hail, right in there. So that's what's going on. And what we try to do is look for trends. Are they shrinking? Are they getting smaller? And for now, it looks like it's maintaining itself. Tamara, good to have you. Jerry, Andrew, Stacy. Oviedo, it's just north of Oviedo, but I'm not so sure that it's going to stay that way for much longer. And here's they got a flood advisory too. Now on top of all of this for that entire area, as the Weather Service is seeing what I'm seeing. When we were just mentioning this thing is going to rain itself out, you take a look at these rain rates. Now, with a lot of hail in there, sometimes can be over-exaggerated, but there's a tremendous amount of rain coming down through that corridor right there. So somebody was asking about Oviedo. There's Oviedo. Now, Oviedo, when I looped this Oviedo, friends, this cluster's coming at you. This one's been sitting to your north on the northeast side of Oviedo. So that one you're going to miss, but you're not going to miss this one. So that's what's coming your way. Holy cow. Happy I live in Port Orange. Edgewater. Any time limits on these storms? They're kind of moving to the north and the east. My phone's starting to blow up. Let's see here. The phone's blowing a lot of oh, there we go. So there's a look at a cone of silence right there, right over our dome. But man, that is pretty impressive looking. There's the velocity product. We're going to loop that, and you can see big wind on the north side of Oviedo. Look at that. Let's see what we got in here. Gate to gate shear is about 60 miles an hour. Danielle is in the house. Stacy, Juan, all in the house. Good to have you guys here. Appreciate you popping on in. Let's see. So we're getting some info right there. Let's see. Boom, boom. All right. Now just getting some information passed along to me. So there we go. Kind of crazy, man. All right, let's take a look at these hail cores again. Let's see what's going on here. There you have it, Tampa Bay, Jacksonville. Again, this is really now the only game in town. The other stuff is much weaker up to the north. Not that it's not raining, but when we take a look at the rest of the viewing area, boom! Ormond Beach, a few showers and storms up there. And then this is all really kind of coming together as one. And there it is. Boom. Wow. Lots of wind there, just on the north side of Oviedo. Boom, boom. 50, 65 mile an hour gate to gate wind shear. Winds here 35, 45 miles an hour. So we're kind of locked into that as well. These hail cores are still pretty impressive, but not as bad as earlier. Look at that, 1.2 inch diameter hail. Castleberry now coming into a little bit more of a hail core, 1.2. You can see how that kind of coming together. And then we zoom back to the Lake Jessup area near Winter Springs. Right along the 417, some pretty good stuff right there. Looks close to the Cocoa. Nope, not gonna. I don't think this is gonna make it into Cocoa. This is just kind of building off back to the east there, and it's gonna rain itself out. That's what it's gonna do. Boom! Look at that! Wow. So yeah, that's a look at what's going on there. And then East Orlando, you're probably hearing the thunder. You'll get a little bit of rain, but it looks like the worst of it, unless, as I mentioned, we get another outflow boundary and it kicks something south. We'll have to watch that. Anthony Viscomi, good to have you there. Be safe, North Metro people. Yes, indeed. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is a pretty active Facebook Live group tonight. We appreciate your feedback, your comments, and the weather updates from your area. Mark Taylor giving me some info there, so there we go. Yeah, so that's a look at what we got. Thanks for keeping an eye out. You got it, Michael. Joanna Gristo, these storms seem to be around the land. So yeah, that's a look at what's going on right there. The action is now right along the Orange Seminole County line, and from Winter Park, Altamont Springs. Still a decent looking hail core right there. Man, it's pulsing back up right over Maitland. Dang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Tony, Greg, Joyal, sorry. Nasty and Longwood from Lacey. Stay away from those windows. Again, you should not be on the phones talking to somebody. Let's see here. Severe thunderstorm warning continues. There we go. Alwyn Vanessa Kialowi, Noel Borges, Winter Park, Seminole, heavy rain, lightning. Yes, indeed. And there's your rain rate here. It's just flat out ridiculous in that whole cluster. And then the wind, as we've been mentioning, you got a couple of pockets here of some strong gusty winds. Look at that, right along the 419, 43, 38. X Torres. Waterford Lakes is going to get a little bit of rain, but the worst of it's going to be you're hearing the thunder in Waterford Lakes for sure. It's just to your north, and if all goes as planned, we're going to try to keep it just north of Waterford Lakes. Some good wind in there, some good wind in and around Oviedo. Just kind of plugging and playing here for you guys. 417, there you go. You can see what's going on there. Oh, that is a lot of wind and rain for sure. And then watching these hail cores now as they kind of build along the same area. Lindsay, lighting is insane in Castleberry, she says. Yes, it is. Amber, Worley Peters, good to have you. Appreciate you popping in. A lot of pictures coming my way, and I do appreciate that, folks. Let's see here. That is a look at what we have. 9 notifications. Oof. A lot of folks sending me info. Do appreciate that. Just going through my social media feeds here. Just FYI. Kind of see if I can pass along anything to you guys that I may be missing here. Let's see here. Profile. There we go. So yeah, flood advisory, flood, severe thunderstorm warning, hail cores. Hail core was larger earlier, but still decent right over North Park Avenue. Let me stop this. Does appear to be shrinking, but with a nasty middle hail. Jana, come on in. Just keeping folks hail, almost 2-inch diameter hailstones right now, just south of Maitland over 1792. Yes, ma'am.
Is this our lead?
It's definitely a lead at 10. 11 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's still around. Let me scream at you at 10:30. Kind of if you can do a quick pivot. If it's still going like this, I'm one.
We're getting some great video.
Then let's do it.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it. Let's do it. If you got video to support it, I'm with that. Okay. Where was it? Did he have hail video? Yeah. They got it. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So again, a little bit longer than usual Facebook Live for me tonight. Obviously, with what's going on, we're gonna stick with this. Again, no tornado warnings. Not seeing anything that screams tornadoes or anything like that, but certainly a lot of wind and a lot of lightning and a lot of rain. Okay. So somebody was asking me about Waterford Lakes. Now, see this little line here? That's a push of wind that is just now coming out of this cluster of storms. That can ignite showers and storms. So yeah, I still think that Waterford Lakes is in play, but if all goes as planned, the worst of it's going to be up north. Now, look at the overall trend on this. And starting to see lightning southwest Palm Bay. Southwest Palm Bay. That's the storm off to your southwest. So, yep, there you go. That's still a good ways. That might not make it in. So 20 miles an hour. Yeah, that doesn't make it in there. So that we'll watch that for my friend there in Palm Bay. Palm Bay there, Joey Joe. But again, this lightning is just insane. In this little severe thunderstorm warning, oops, I don't want to do that. Let me clear that out. Let me do it this way. In this little box, right in there, in those 2 severe thunder, 291 lightning strikes in the last 15 minutes. I'm going to do one on here real quick. Turn the lightning on. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking, going back over to another computer. I wanted to see something here real quick. Winter Springs. So that's the number of lightning strikes, 291 there in the last couple of minutes. All right, so let's do this. Well, it's a lot of lightning. And then let's do this. Let's see what we got here. Velocity product. Let's do this. Just going to go back and forth with a couple different products. That's pretty cool. Man, there's a lot of wind. Look at this. 47 mile an hour wind gusts. Wow. Alright, so let's take a look at this hail. Alright, so the hail core is definitely coming down in Altamont Springs. Definitely want to see that. Sherry White, you got it. Juanita Jimenez, Michelle Hubbard. Lightning is intense. Yes, it is. Very intense. The lightning core is coming down over towards the Maitland Altamont Springs. That's good. There's a look now at the 417. That hail core is still hanging tough there, just east of Longwood near Winter Springs. I'm probably still getting reports of some hail over that way. That's going to loop that right there and come right along Winter Springs, back towards Black Hammock Road. We do this. We do that. That is a tremendous amount of lightning, and that has been going on now for a while. There we go. Boom. Long it up, Apache. Alright. So it does look like we got a little bit of a weakening trend, but this is wild. Big dome of air going out in all different directions here from that complex of storms. That's pretty wild. Alright, so we're losing the purple in there. That's good. Let's see what the height of these storms now are. Remember, we were close to 50,000 earlier. And now, what are we at? We're at 40,000. So that's coming down. Starting a weakening trend there, so that's good. Geez. And Sanford, bad storm, says Maryland, Jackie, Labonte, Kenny. Moving off to the east-northeast, but not very quickly. Let's do this. So there's your watch warn. Just kind of sitting there. That's what it's doing. It's just sitting there. Let's kind of re-rack this. And then the hail core here has definitely come down from earlier, so that's good. Get rid of that. Rain, get rid of you. Watch warning, get rid of that. Just kind of cleaning up a couple things here, folks. Let's do this. Live radar. You can kind of see what's going on there. Hit save there. See, getting wind pockets like squalls now. Yep. LA and Philadelphia, I love you too. Yeah, this is one of the better storms we've had in a while. So there's your hail. Right there. Still got some good size hail there between Longwood and Oviedo, back towards Winter Springs. So it's Benny Sunny's Hill, Oakwood Drive. Yep, got that. No, it's not coming towards Osceola. Osceola is okay. Osceola is fine. Here we go. Boom. There's the hail core. Zoom it back out. There's Osceola County. A couple of sprinkles and storms there near Kenansville, but and then a little bit of rain now on the 417 east of Orlando near Cypress Springs Elementary. We'll watch that. The hail in Altamont Springs is coming to an end. So Some good news there, but east of there, that's where it's still just kind of hanging. Boom, in and out, like that. They're normal for summer storms, especially when you hit 95, Lori. Yes. There we go. The land is fine. The land is going to be fine. Boom. So there's although we've got a large outflow boundary. Let's shoot north. That's producing a couple showers and storms east of the land. So that's interesting. See this little burst of, ooh, it might be actually a little collision here. So we'll watch that. Could get some development here. Could get some development there. As you're getting these winds going out all different directions, but not as intense as earlier. That's the good news. The hail that was over towards Longwood, Altamont Springs, and Maitland a while ago is now ended. The only game in town hail-wise is essentially right over Lake Jessup near Winter Springs, east of Longwood. So we'll continue to watch that. Sahara dust doesn't dry us out. What the Sahara dust does is suppress tropical development. So that's the beneficiary of that. That's a good question there. So there's, boy, I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Lots of collisions. There's Geneva now getting it on the action. Get that taken care of. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright, so here's what we got now. So let's kind of backen this up here. J-Poke, yep, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely agree with that statement. There's your hail core. Again, just kind of sitting over, it's been sitting over Lake Jessup this evening. So we'll continue to watch that. So there you go. Hit pretty hard here in Winter Springs, a lot of lightning. So there you go. There's your flood advisory, your heavy rain. The rain rate here is just unbelievable. 5.5, 5.25 back towards Geneva. There you go. There we go. There's your rain rate. There's your hail core. Let's see. Let's get a little velocity product in here. Kind of mix this puppy up. Boom. Still some decent wind right in here. There we go. Lily, good to have you. Colleen, Vicky, Thomas. Thomas. I think that's a fair statement. All right, so they just dropped that last severe thunderstorm warning, and they issued a new one. 9:45. So that's there we go. There's the brand new warning. You kind of pushed that a little bit more to the east. You saw that live on Facebook. Brand new warning right there. So there it is. That's a lot of wind. A lot of wind. Boom. Let's do this. Here's your watch it. Warnings. 9:45. Southern Deltona. Back towards Maitland and Longwood. Right there. Yeah. That's a good amount of wind for sure. Ridiculous rain rates too. Oof, man, oh my. Look at this. go. Kind of give you a little bit more information. There you go. So that's what we got going on right there. So that's the rain rate. Talked about the hail core. Oh, this is great news. Love seeing that. Finally, over Lake George, not Lake George, but Lake Jessup, that hail core does appear to be coming down now. A short time ago, it was not doing that. Still has some really good wind in pockets, but it certainly looks like it may have peaked in the intensity. Let's get you a couple little pingers. Kind of get a couple of winds in here. So that's looking at that right now. So we're going in the right direction with that as well. I like seeing that. There's the rain. Winter Park. It's starting to build back towards Azalea Park. It's kind of bulging up here a little bit on approach to East Orlando. Notice how this is kind of building south. See that? And all moving to the east. Back towards Avalon Park and Bithlow here. Put a little directional here on this one for you. This one's moving at about, there you go, like 38. I mean, Bithlow, Avalon, Legacy, Cypress Springs, bearing down on you now. That's what you got going on. So there you go. All right, right in the heart of the warning. There's 419, 417. It is coming down big time. Let me take you back outside. See what these cams look like. There's downtown, still seeing the lightning. Center Drive. Park. All right, so there we go. So that's that. There you go. Just kind of gonna rain itself out. Drift up to southern Volusia County. Sanford, Allie Heard, you guys are getting crushed. Yes. Yes, indeed. I hear you on that. Yep. These rain rates are just insane. Boom. 2.5, 5 3/4, 4.6. Just to mention a few. But again, it does look like the hail cores are. Oh, new one now. There's a brand new hail core. Jeez, look at that. Right over West 2 Studios here. That's not what I want to see. Aloma. All right, getting some information. Let's see here. Quarter size hail, 4 corners Osceola from earlier. Altamont Springs, penny size hail. Oakwood Drive, Maitland. Quarter size hail started falling at 8:43 and continued through 8:47. Golly, that's huge. Look at all those hail reports in that box. Lots of hail reports, lots of ice. I'm going to take that off because that makes it busy. But a new little hail course popped up here. Right over Winter Park, West 2 Studios. Pretty close to us. Morse. Right there, Wymore. What's Wymore Road? There's Lee Road right here. Let me do something real quick. Let's see what the hell is here. Wow, that's pretty good. Really good just to the north and west. Crazy stuff. All right, let's get back to the radar here. Oh man, that was loud. Right over the station. we go. Still coming down. Still coming down good. All right, so there we go. There's Water Park, Westview Studio. All right, 417. Wow. Nice little line developing here. There's the line radar. Let's take a look at that hail core again. Just west of Aloma Elementary. Holt Avenue. Could be a little bit of hail right there, so we'll watch that. See how things go. But yeah. Eric, yep. Teresa, yep. We are feeling, I'm not sure if you heard it, but it was definitely busy, busy, busy. All right, gang. I'm going to give my voice a little rest here. I got a half an hour before showtime, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep tabs on this thing, and then if I need to jump back in here, I'll do that. If I need to jump back on Wesh, I'll do that as well. I do want to end it on the 7-day here for you real quick. 96, 96 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the mid-90s. So plenty of heat, humidity. So again, really bad in Maitland. Suzanne, yep. Kevin, yep. Slow down over Winter Springs now. The hail lag. So if you were looking at the hail when you saw that, Kev, that's probably why. So there we go. All right, let me get some rest. Gonna get some water. Gonna make some updates. So keep an eye on things. If I need to jump back on Facebook Live, I'll do that. But I do appreciate you guys sticking and staying with me, especially if you're in Orange and Seminole counties. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:45. Watch the lightning. And watch the very heavy rain. Not a good time to be outside. We don't want you guys taking pictures or anything like that and getting hurt. So I'll have an update here for you literally in 30 minutes on the CW 18 at 10. And then again, of course, at Westview News at 11. You guys take care, stay safe, and stay away from those windows.